Oh gosh, well, the long answer, I grew up in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and I lived there until I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And then we moved to Dallas, Texas with my dad's job. And I went to college in Austin, University of Texas, so that was a really fun town. And then I moved out here to the Bay Area about 7 years ago. So I would say that home is really California. And I'm hoping to at some point get my parents out here to join me in home. But we'll see. I haven't quite talked them into it yet. Well, I first started singing when I was 15. So when I was in the choir in high school, I was a 10th grader. And how that happened was a girlfriend of mine, she was in the car with me and I was in the passenger seat, and she heard me singing to the radio and she said, "You should audition for a choir." And I said, "Really? I hadn't even thought of that." So I auditioned for it and then got in and just found it to be like the most magical, amazing experience, and kept it going. I mean, I did it through high school and through college, more or less through college, and then when I got out here to the Bay Area, I hadn't decided I wanted to do it as a career at that point. It took a couple of years. I got here in 2000. It took a year or two for me to decide to like join my first band, but it started to kind of get clear, like the more I got into it, that this is really what I wanted to do. So
you knew, it felt right?
It felt right. Like, you know, it was about probably 6 years ago that I started singing in San Francisco and having just club gigs and performing with cover bands or sitting in wherever I could at open mics. I mean, it was just like a really cool experience. It showed me that something was possible that I didn't really realize. Funny you ask, actually. She's one of them. Billie Holiday. Definitely Ella Fitzgerald. Although I started listening to them more in college. My mom got me a box set of Billie and Ella, and I just listened to all their stuff and really got into it. And I really like Eva Cassidy. She is an incredible singer, and she's no longer alive. She definitely died too young, like in her early 30s, but she's just like this beautiful singer. And she covers other people's material, and I really love her. Jeff Buckley I love as well. And then when I was growing up, I didn't listen to any of that stuff. My mom was like, you know, she had tapes in the car of Neil Diamond and Carly Simon and John Denver and Simon and Garfunkel, and I loved that stuff. I didn't know any different. I thought it was great. I still do. I still love Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Yeah, I still love that. He was my first concert I ever saw, Neil Diamond. I was 11. Yeah, 11 years old.
Neil changed your life?
He changed my life, especially when he'd sing America.
Neil touched you?
He totally did. Everywhere around the world, we're coming to America. I'd be like so prideful. Yes, we're going. I love to sing. That's a hard question. I think Billie. I love to sing her because she had such rawness in her emotion and in her recordings, especially the last CD, The Lady in Satin, which was recorded 17 months before her death. I mean, you listen to it, you know, and you can hear everything. Like, her voice is imperfect. It's got scratchiness, and it's it's kind of all over the place. It's not, you know, crystal clear, but it has such life and experience and joy and pain and all of it that I love it, and I love trying to interpret as best I can any of her work.
Is she very in the moment?
Very in the moment. Yeah, she's very about the present moment, and I like to pay homage to her because I don't want her to be forgotten. I don't want people to forget the groundwork that she laid and who she is. you know, I grew up in Dallas, right? So I listened to a lot of country music. And, you know, out here, I don't think people think it's that cool in California, but I don't care. I really like it. So I have to say, like, I just love listening to a really good country song. Even though I don't necessarily, like, write or sing country music often, I don't mind it. I love to, but listening to a country song that's just like, their music is, it's so, the way the songwriters write in country, it's just so life experience. It's so real. It's so like about loss, about love, about growing old, about families and kids and letting go. And I mean, I hear this stuff on the radio or wherever, and you know, it's just like always chokes me up. It always pulls the heartstrings every time. I love gospel music. So I love gospel music that's all about praise. It's all about gratitude. You know, there's this song called Stand that I used to sing in the choir at with the Glide Ensemble, Glide Memorial Church in San Francisco. Their gospel choir, and we had a soloist that would sing it, but we would all back her. And the song was just incredible. It's called Stand, and it's all about, you know, whatever you're going through, in the end, you just stand. You know, like a rock, you just stand. And it's all about, you know, spirituality and giving thanks and being appreciative, and that always makes me feel so good when after singing that music or just hearing that music, because it's so easy to get disenchanted with life or to get depressed or sad when things aren't going the way you think they should be going, and you hear that music, you hear those singers, you can't help but feel spirited. You can't help but feel lifted. Music is all healing for me personally, and when I sing, it's as if I feel like I'm opening up to something far greater than myself. And that heals me, you know, that restores me back to what my life is about, why I'm here, why I do this. You know, I do this to make a difference in the world, to open people's hearts, to make people feel alive, to feel love, you know. And when I sing, it reminds me that it's not about me, you know, even though sometimes we think it, you know, I think it is, that it's not. It's far greater than my little life. But what I can give lives beyond just me.